This is Barry Tauscher here. I'm a Magic distributor, 6A5-2, and we're talking about how to hook the machine up to faucets. And sometimes there are challenges there. This set here is a great one. It's from IonFaucet. You can find them IonFaucet.com. And it has all kinds of adapters in here. All these different ones. If you happen to lose one or use one up somewhere, now what was that one? This the size and such. There's a chart right here of all what is in here. Makes it handy to replace the ones. And these pieces in here, generally self-explanatory. Just find one that's about the same size of threads and such as your faucet and try it in there, see if it works. This one here is kind of interesting. It hooks up to your garden hose. So when I go camping for a week, and hey, the campsite has power and water, so I take my machine. I just hook that onto the water faucet and get a hose section over to my machine, and this part here just hooks onto the IonFaucet adapter. There's this piece here that is worth explaining. And this is for an inline diverter on a kitchen shower head. So let's see how that would work. I've got it set up right here. Hang on a moment here as I set this in the sink. So here is my kitchen sink. And it's got this. Well, how do you hook up to that? On some of them, you can take this aerator out, and there are threads. And your IonFaucet adapter would just screw right in. Well, this one here doesn't have any threads. It's just, well, I don't know how it comes out. Maybe it doesn't. If it clogs up, you replace the whole thing. Well, how do you hook your machine up to it? You go like this. You can take this out. You unscrew that. I'm going to put this out here so the hose doesn't zip back up and get lost down inside. Unscrew this. And take this out. Okay, so where's that adapter at? Right here. Then that screws on there. This piece screws on here. And then your IonFaucet hose that goes to the machine would go on here. So you take this collar off, put that on the hose, push the hose onto the barb there, and then once the hose is on all the way, then since this is wrapped around the hose, then you just screw that on, and it holds the hose snug onto there so it doesn't pop off under pressure. To get water to go out to your machine, you would just pull this knob out. It's spring-loaded. It'll always go back in. Sometimes you want to run the water speed slower, and when you do it slow, this thing goes in and cuts your water flow off. So you have to kind of hold it open, and then you can adjust your water volume like that. Sometimes these shower heads has the wrong thread size on here, and it ends up being a smaller diameter. Well, let's put this down for a moment and go back over to the case. And right here, these things. These are not shown on the chart, but look at these things here. That's where they're located, in there. Go back over to my faucet. So let's say that it was small threads in here, and you've got your adapter piece which is large. Well, look at this. These are more adapter pieces that go on your inline diverter. Now it's the small diameter thread size. So that's how that works. And then it would just go in there like I showed before. Let's go back over to this set here. And I want you to look at a couple more things here. You see, what if your faucet has no threads? Well, here's a sleeve that you can push on the outside. Let's say that this is your source water. Look, no threads. This is a wooden piece actually, but you'd have a metal pipe. So with this, you just push this sleeve over the smooth pipe. And then you'd use a screwdriver to tighten it down so it doesn't come off. And then the threads here, this is just the right kind that goes into the diverter valve that comes with your machine. Let's say that your pipe was a smaller diameter. In the set comes this black rubber sleeve. And it would just go into there. See that? And now it'll fit a smaller diameter pipe. We can put that down. And there's another way to hook onto this. And you don't put a sleeve on the outside, you put the adapter piece on the inside. And looking in the case, it is right here. Check this out. And it uses a hex wrench like this that you can get from a common hardware store. This set does not come with a hex wrench. You would need to get it separately. So you would put this inside here. See that? And this thing comes with a couple other sizes of this rubber piece. And put the hex wrench in here. You can see there's a socket for it. So as you turn it, when you turn it this way here, the whole thing comes apart. And that's how you would replace that black. Putting it back together, and now I'm turning it the other way. And as I turn it this way, this plate moves this way more. And as it does that, it will pinch onto this rubber piece and flatten it out, which makes it expand. As it expands, it'll hold on to the inside of your pipe. You just put it in there and you keep turning until it snugs up. Just like that. And now, see these threads here? That, again, is the kind that fits right on the adapter piece that comes with your machine. So, it doesn't matter if your faucet has threads or not, or big or small. In this set here from IonFaucet.com, there are just all kinds of things. And I've hooked into all kinds of ones. Whether it's campsites, hotels, houses, garden hoses, whatever.